Welcome back to a viral episode of Sirens of Horror. I'm always your mistress of evil in the flesh this time, Ella Ivella.
And I am her sister of sin, also in the flesh, Ashy Slashy.
We were trying to figure out ways because we were going to do our season finale, and it just turned into like how to do this. And then we got stuck in the quarantine bog, and finally we pushed out of the quarantine bog, and we decided we're going to start doing Zoom calls. It's a little different than our normal Zoom calls, which normally involve whiskey and face masks, but we'll let you just imagine what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
I mean, we have spooky and we have fear.
Yes, we have fear. I actually have a very apt glass. It's actually from a Toronto brewery, but it's called, I don't know if anyone can see it, it's called Louis Defer.
Ooh. And I am drinking one of the local breweries to Ella here, Lincoln. I am drinking, what is it called again?
The Cabin Fever.
The Cabin Fever with Idaho hops, and it's really good.
I'm having Broken Skull. Yeah, wrestling. But so on today's new version of an episode, we're going to be discussing Little Monsters. If you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu. Currently, all of the films we're going to be doing are either on Hulu or Netflix.
Yeah, and I do want to mention that this is not the
like 90s one with Fred Savage.
Fred Savage and Howie Mandel. This is not that movie at all.
I totally forgot that the monster was Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
And then Josh said that, and I was like, oh yeah. It's like the Shazam movie. Sinbad.
Yeah, like I looked at it too and I was like, wait, what?
I had been burned before once. We had watched one other, I think it's called the After Dark Hulu series.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, oh, we should do something from After Dark for like the podcast. And you're like, no, it's terrible, don't.
I watched one film called Treehouse that looked like it would be this like witchy, mystic thing, and the trailer was great, and it has the guy from Stay Alive and the Scream films and that kid. And I love him, so I was like, oh yay! And it was an absolute piece of trash. It angered me.
Oh. We don't want to anger the Ella.
No, it really dealt with like the main character being like a sex offender, and at the very end they scared him, and that was enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Like, there was a few others that looked into like Puka, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, Puka, yeah.
But after that, after Treehouse, I was kind of like, I'm not doing it. But I think this one got me back into the After Dark Hulu series. Like,
well, actually, I don't know if this is Hulu's After Dark. I think this wasn't like a Hulu original. I think this was actually a movie, and it just happened to be. It just happened to be streaming on Hulu. Because the Hulu After Dark stuff, for the most part, I think the casting for those are like indie people, or like you might know this person. They're somewhat famous, like in the Puka series, I think Felicia Day is in it. So it's like someone people know, but not like, oh my god, this person's
like
in it.
B-rated. Well, the only person I knew was the main actress.
Yeah, Lupita from she's in Us.
Yeah, which was very interesting. Every time I see her.
Well, no, there's another rather famous face that we forgot.
Ooh.
Olaf.
Yeah. Oh god, Josh Gad in this film.
Yeah.
The only way I can describe this film is if Zombieland and Death to Smoochie had a strange love child with Taylor Swift songs.
Yep, that's exactly what this film is.
The moment I saw Josh Gad, I was like, oh my god, is he gonna be evil? Is he gonna be evil? Oh, he's evil. Oh my god. He made me like, you know, LOL. But like I was quite a few times like watching this film this morning with me and Josh. We busted out laughing.
Yeah, there's so many like ridiculous moments in this film where you're just like,
it was amazing.
I think I would laugh at that.
I wasn't going to write notes for it this morning, so I was like, oh, whatever, like, it'll be a thing. And then, like, I got started into it. I'm like, no, I need notes. Nope, I need to start taking notes on this. I gotta do it. Like, I think my favorite 2 lines of the film, though, were, oh, zombies, again? Fast or slow? Slow. Well, that. And then I can't shoot kids. Again.
Yeah. Or no, like, what happened the first time that you had to
rewind?
I mean, can we get like a flash? Can we get like a, like non-flashback of what happened?
Like, this film did a lot of really good things like that, and I was very happy about it. And I know it has a deep place for you, as you are. I mean, you teach preschool, and I think they're
like. Well, no, I'm a kindergarten teacher now.
Kindergarten. I think they're 3rd grade. I think they're like 8.
They seemed about they seemed about the age of my kids, my kindergarten kids.
I think they're elementary school.
Yeah, and like it's funny because like I found like literally what got me to watch this film. I was decided I'm like, I'm gonna watch some horror films one day stuck in quarantine, because why not? What else do you do in stuck in quarantine?
Find every single found footage film I can and watch it.
Well, that's you, Ella, because we know how much you love found footage. But I found this film, and like the description was literally kindergarten field trip gone wrong.
It is.
And I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll watch it, sure. And like I had a very special place in my heart for Miss Caroline.
Miss Caroline. Miss Caroline was amazing. Her arc was just beautiful. Also, is it just me, or like halfway through the film he just get hot? Like he was not attractive in the beginning, and then suddenly I was like, oh, you're bearing your soul.
Yes, but like I was gonna say, like Miss Carolyn, she definitely, like I had a soft spot for her. I was like, oh my god, Miss Carolyn is totally like kindergarten teacher goals for me.
With the strawberry jam fight.
With the strawberry jam fight, although I wouldn't have said, look, I'm covered in strawberry jam, don't eat it. I would just be like, oh, I got really dirty.
There's blood. How did you get dirty with red gooey substances?
Go. Like, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. I'm just very dirty. Just don't touch me. Don't give me a hug. Please don't touch me. But I wouldn't have said strawberry jam.
I did love the strawberry jam line, though. That did
it was adorable.
It did make me deeply giggle. It was very good. So, really, the plot line of this film isn't very complicated. There's
no.
An absolute dick, life messer-upper jerk.
Yeah.
Douchebag. Which is a way women irrigate their vaginas.
Mm-hmm.
Which is explained like 3 times in this film.
But it's hilariously adorable when the like 8-year-old explains it to his girlfriend.
Life mess up, ends up having to stay with his sister and their kid, and ends up getting the hots for teacher.
Yeah, and the kid. I do want to point out that the kid is your basic like I'm allergic to everything in the world.
I have no friends. Even the crippled kid bullies me, but I do have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Teaching you that while you might be a soft boy, women are still into you. Ends up going on a field trip to this petting zoo,
which is owned by Jonathan Graff's character, who is basically think like, as you said, death to Smoochie almost like kids.
Jonathan Graff's character, he doesn't own it.
I mean, trying to think.
No, I think Josh Gad's character is just
Josh Gad. I always get those names mixed up in my head.
I think Josh Gad's just doing a tour there.
No, it's his petting zoo.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his petting zoo.
Froggy.
Yes, and
Froggy. Oh, Froggy. The simple fact that at the end they headshotted a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Froggy cursed them out and got a headshot, and I was just like, And of course, there's a U.S. Army base
right next to said petting zoo. Who puts a U.S. Army-based facility next to a petting zoo?
The U.S. Army.
Valid.
While they have zombies. How can this go wrong?
What could go wrong?
And of course, zombies escape. I think one of my favorite things about this film is just how the army reacts.
Mm-hmm.
I love horror. I love when horror does meta well, like New Nightmare, Cabin in the Woods, Tragedy Girls, Behind the Mask.
Mm-hmm.
When meta is done right, it's very good. You can do meta very wrong.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, some of the Scream films, but I love how the U.S. Army literally treats it like this is like their 17th zombie outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, they fast
zombies. It happened again. Okay. Well, at least we know what to do now, guys. Like, we've got this.
Oh, it's the slow zombies. Oh, it'll be
Oh, it's fine.
Call the Blackhawks, just bomb it. Yeah, the U.S. Army.
Although, and I do want to go back to, like, so they end up at the petting zoo. While Miss Carolyn's outfit is super cute and, like, adorable for a classroom, it is not conducive for a petting zoo field trip.
Or zombie apocalypse.
Like, I mean, for me personally, as a kindergarten teacher, if I was taking my kids to a petting zoo, I would at least wear, like, you know, cute little pair of jeans, little, like, boots, you know, like cute hiking boots or whatever, because you can make hiking boots cute. And, like, hiking boots and, like, a cute little, like, teachery blouse. So I'm still like, I still look teachery and adorable, but I'm prepared to get down and dirty with animals and
Miss Caroline is fab. She don't do none of those jeans. She do fab all day.
She does fab all day, and she rocks it.
She does. She does have, like, her little fanny pack, and I don't remember. They call it, like, a booty bag.
She called it her bum bag.
Bum bag, and I was just like, oh, I've actually heard that. That makes sense because you would rest the fanny pack on your bum.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that makes more. Oh, because anything about fanny pack, bum bag, same thing.
Just because your bum is your fanny. Your fanny is your bum.
A bag is a pack. A pack is a bag. Okay, yeah, we can continue. But I loved how meta it was. I loved every scene with the army was hysterical. I don't know who they got to play that general, but, like, give that man his own film, please. Like, just give me this general and dealt the last 27 zombie attacks, and it's just done.
Well, no, I want to know his backstory. I want to know why he can't kill a kid again. Like,
it's a very important word in there.
It's just, again, like, what happened where you had to kill a child, Mr. General?
Please, go on. Go on. Continue.
Like, I wish we'd gotten, like, an end credit scene of, like, what happened before with General...
Or just him, like, drinking. Also, I do want to point out something was very happy on this film. The sheep did not die.
Yes, no animals except... a
lot of animals were harmed in this film. A lot.
But at least they were already at that point dead.
Well, yeah, like, there were sheep murdered, there were cows, there was one shot, just this little tiny sheep.
Little baby sheep. I was so glad that he did not get murdered. When I saw it, I was like, oh no, don't murder the baby lamb. Do not attack that baby lamb, zombies. I'll come after you.
Back zombies. And Josh Gad plays Mr. Giggles.
Mr. Teddy Giggles.
What?
Teddy McGiggles.
Teddy McGiggles.
Yeah.
Thank you. Teddy McGiggles. And
his real name is Nathan.
Yes. Nathan. His character is just this alcoholic mom fucking, which he went into detail about.
I fucked your mom. I've fucked your mom.
I love that scene where he's just attacking child zombies, yelling that. But his just whole arc of just being this, like, I am a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice presenter. I'm important. Who's a hardcore alcoholic and just a dick.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite scene in that film is when like he's cursing and like scaring all the kids, and Miss Carolyn just takes this
Oh,
bunny.
he just needs a cuddle. Yes, like that was like that is exactly how I would have handled the situation as a kindergarten teacher. I was like, he just needs a cuddle, and like we're gonna go over here now. Takes the conch shell, stabs it in him, like you are going.
No, it was half of a bunny. It was like a ceramic bunny that had like.
Oh, was it a bunny? I thought it was a conch shell.
No, it's a freaking bunny. She grabs the bunny head, and then it's like a broken thing. So she's stabbing the broken piece of this ceramic rabbit, which makes it better because she's threatening him with a like broken ceramic rabbit, and she gets dark. Oh my god! I was just like, no.
Yeah, you don't mess with our children.
Yeah. Well, also,
it's gonna get dark.
yeah. Well, also, she like, I was like, what else did I say? When she's like when she like does the scarecrow in the beginning, there's a zombie, and she like skewers it with a pitchfork, and then puts a scarecrow nearby. She's like, it's just a scarecrow, kids. And it's like,
it's fine.
They do the conga line.
Yeah, the conga line through. She's like, we're gonna play a game of tag.
Those
See
people,
all those people out there? We don't want them to. They are it, and we don't want them to tag us. Conga line, and I'm just like, yes. And like, I love the fact that she's made it into a game, and like that's how you handle
like that
a situation with kids like that age. You would just like, it's try and make it as fun and distracting as you can versus like, okay guys, we're gonna die.
Well, I remember in the '94 earthquake, I was at a babysitter's, and she kept the floor was like, she really told us the floor was lava, because we were all in playpens, so we could kind of like jump from playpen to playpen.
Yeah,
but she told us like the floor was lava, and it's because like there's broken glass everywhere and all this stuff, and instead of like scaring us, like the '94, like looking back on it was really terrifying, because like I had like a changing table that definitely would have smushed me. I ran through a kitchen where glass was falling. It was very like, in retrospect, I'm like, wow, that was like,
that would have been terrifying. Yeah.
But she was like, the floor is lava. We're playing a game right now, so everybody has to stay in their playpens. But let's see who can get the most stuffed animals.
Yeah.
So like me and like the two other kids were like throwing stuffed animals at each other and stuff like that. But like, looking back on it, it doesn't feel like, my memories of it aren't scary. Like I got donuts for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. Like me too. That's what I was like, that's what I got out of the '94 earthquake was donuts.
Donuts. Don't go near the buildings, because the buildings were also lava. Like that's how she dealt with it. So they end up making it to the gift shop.
Yeah, the gift shop.
And Josh Gad won't let them in.
So we're going to play a game of caterpillars.
So all the kids kind of go into this little hidey nook, and David climbs up and breaks in, and him and Josh Gad just have this gorgeous fight. That's the only way I can describe it. I've never seen somebody hit upside the head with a snow globe. And finally, he's able to take out Josh Gad's character and let all the kids in. And the kids are just like, oh, Mr. McGiggles, where's Froggy? And I was remember he looks and goes, Froggy didn't make it. And I was just like,
we were just like, oh my god.
Like I wanted to hear like helicopter like sounds of like the non-flash, like, and then Froggy, he didn't make it. And yeah, they end up staying inside, and then David has his I think this is his final fuck up.
Yeah.
Is he actually gives his nephew
Well, it's 'cause they don't have so, like, the kids are like, "We're hungry," and they don't have food because their lunches and stuff are out on the tractor.
Well, no, they've
So
already had the dinner, had the food because they had lunch, and then
oh, that's
you
right, they
find
already had
out
lunch. Now
she
they're
has
like it's like dinner time, and they're like, "Okay, we're kinda hungry now again." So, there's, like they have, like, the chips and cookies and whatever is in the gift shop.
Felix has one with cheese. She cannot have.
Yeah.
So she goes into
Dairy and chips!
yep. Um, and he's going anaphylactic shock, and David fucks up the EpiPen.
Yep. Orange in because it's blue in the sky, orange in the no, blue in the thigh, orange in the sky.
No, it's blue in the sky, orange in the thigh, and then he says orange in the sky, blue in the thigh, and then
Yeah.
stabs himself with the EpiPen. And so they realize there's one outside, and Felix versus one is Uncle Lee.
Yeah, he's like, "No, stay."
So
Like, "You're the only
Carolyn,
person," like, other than Miss Carolyn, I'm like, "You're the only person I want right now."
so she goes out, and what I thought was very smart is they never showed any decapitations. They don't show a lot of it.
Yeah.
Very smart because obviously this film isn't huge budget.
Yeah.
It's an Australian film, very much shot on location. I'm sure over half their money went to Josh Gad and Lupita.
Yeah.
So that kid was great. All of the kids,
Mhm.
even Max, you were good. I hated you. I wanted to punch you, but you were good. And she goes out and she's like fighting one of the zombies, and then she ends up knocking one's head off, and it
And
falls,
you don't see it like, you just see the head fall, but you don't see her cut the head.
which I thought was really smart way to do it on a very short budget.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember Make It Out Alive.
Mhm.
So when we did that, we had a shot where Josh actually took a baseball bat and it looked like he smashed in actually Bear's head.
Mhm.
And like what we did is we just had the camera on him, and it was me and actually Nina with handfuls of blood. So he hit
Mhm.
the baseball bat between us, and we just threw blood up.
Mhm.
So you got that like
Yeah.
it was great because then we just got blood raining down on us, and I was like, okay, I thought that idea about halfway through. Good execution. All right. But I thought it was very smart. It was very cinematographic.
Mhm.
If that's the right word, I say. But just to get those shots in the head falling down, and I like it because she's not particularly covered in blood when she gets the EpiPen. She's got like
Right.
a little bit of splattering, and she puts on this froggy backpack, this little frog backpack, and just charges at this horde of zombies. And then you just see her fall in, and it's just everywhere.
Covered in blood or strawberry jam.
Or strawberry jam.
Don't
And
eat it.
I just thought that was the most like really, really creative way of doing that. I thought it was really smart to just because like we always talk about this the Bye Bye Man.
Mhm.
I hated how much they showed. I feel like kind of like I feel like we're moving away from it now, but I feel like in the 2000s especially, like horror was all about show it, show it, show it, show. Like it
Yeah.
was so like you couldn't. But the fun thing about horror is like the scariest thing in horror is the shadow in the corner.
Yeah. Or the suspense of what could it be?
What? Oh my god! It's these glowing eyes. Oh
Yeah.
god! It's this.
Like what I had thought about like a film that for me really had that kind of like, oh, what could it be? Oh my god, it must be absolutely terrifying
Mhm.
was Signs. And then they finally show the alien and you're like, that's it? It's just a green naked or gray
Um,
naked thing?
I actually watched a film very recently called Z, just the letter Z.
Mhm.
It was very, very good. It was about like a kind of a ghost haunting, but it had a lot of fun twists and turns. If you like a good ghost story, watch Z.
Okay.
Very good. But it's about this kid's like imaginary friend. Who it gets very complicated. It's very good. But a lot of time, all you see are either white or red glowing eyes. That's it. The most you ever see is the kid does a drawing, which is very crude of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's terrifying, but like all you ever kind of see of it are either like you hear something hit, or you hear footsteps, or you see these eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking terrifying. So they do that, and they get back, and at this point, she is done with Josh Gad's fuckery.
Yep.
And I love just the turn of her character, because you get it a little bit in the beginning where she's like, David, come here.
Mm-hmm.
When he's like cursing, like when he goes after Max. She's like, you don't talk to a 5-year-old like that. What the hell? Oh yeah, they are 5. So she says, don't talk to a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But
don't go after a 5-year-old like that. Are you daft?
What is wrong with you?
Like and then David's like, he started it, and she's like, it doesn't matter, he's 5.
Yeah, we don't drop down to a 5-year-old's level, lady. Like, dude. And then all this happens. They kind of find out something, and then Josh Gad decides to make a break for it. Go in. Does not end well. Does not end well. And he ends up getting saved. I was actually like pretty sure he was gonna die at that point.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, bye, Mr. McGiggles. But then he just has this whole thing about the fact that he studied under Al Pacino, and this isn't what he's supposed to do. The only way he filled his soul is by fucking moms.
Mm-hmm. And fucking moms and drinking.
And it was so great, because he like slaps him at one point. He's like, look at me, I'm talking, I'm telling you my life.
I am telling you my life story before I die.
And I was Josh Gad in this. I must imagine this is like the funnest thing he's done, because he does so many of those, like what he portrays.
Yeah.
As the Mr. McGiggles. Like he does, like that's Olaf. That's a lot of his roles. So it must have been so much fun to be like, okay, I'm gonna play Olaf, but with a sex addiction. Like I really feel like Josh Gad was kind of just playing Josh Gad. But like Universe 275 Josh Gad, where he still got the same parts.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had this weird moment watching it. I was like, do you think any moms have ever tried to fuck him, like being like fucking the Olaf voice?
Oh God.
I'll suck your dick if you tell the Olaf voice to my kid. I'm like, that must happen. Oh God. Oh God. It was very traumatizing in that way. And then we get to this very cute scene between David and Miss Caroline, where they tell each other kind of like their life stories and stuff like that. And you find out Miss Caroline was a stalker for a great band.
The great band in the 90s that we...
An Oklahoma City treasure.
Yes, an Oklahoma City treasure, and a 3-brother band that 90s girls went crazy for. And that band was?
Hanson. How? Okay, Taylor was the middle one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I was like, I just know the oldest one was like the lead guitar, and then there was the middle one, and the younger one played drums. This is my entire knowledge of Hanson, that and Mbop, which was the closing credit song. So they get this very sweet little heart-to-heart scene, and then they decide we're going to try and make it like the next morning. David has a very cute thing with Felix, where he kind of Like
Felix and Felix's girlfriend,
Beth,
because Beth can't sleep because she's scared of the zombies.
Yeah, and it was very sweet. Like at that point, like from like them talk or like them doing that and then them talking, I was like, when did you get hot?
Wait, you actually care?
Tell me you're attracted. I'm confused. And then Josh Gad decides he's going to take out to the McGiggles mobile.
Yes.
And this is he ends up bobbing and weaving and bobbing and weaving. He ends up getting to a playground full of kids and just taking out these children.
Just all of these zombie children. Just
no, why did you bite a zombie's nose? I know he's like, why did I do that? But I was just like, don't.
I think he was just the moment of like, I fucked your mom. I fucked your mom. I fucked your mom. I fucked your mom. I fucked your mom too.
I just love seeing Josh Gad get that unhinged. Though I did love when they were like about to leave. Josh Gad just in the corner with like his aviator shades and just watching like, all right, kiddly kids, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the mobile. Yeah.
And David decides to go and help him, and David gets locked out. He won't let him in the car. Oh no, will he get away? Not 'cause of Frog. Dude, that makeup was brutal. He like ripped off his cheek.
Yeah, just complete death by. Well, I love it because it's just it's very subtle. It's just you see it going.
Love it because like the eyeballs are not on. There's
right, they're like askew. There's some blood. He's kind of matted.
I was like, I'm watching a film with a zombie puppet. Okay. And my favorite zombie was the zombie that tried to eat the echidna that just had all the spines in his face.
Mm-hmm. Also, if I saw that zombie coming at me, I'd be like,
yeah. I do think the echidna probably got away though.
Yeah, because it's an echidna.
Yeah, it's a tiny like possum with spikes.
So I think the echidna won that battle.
Yeah, the echidna definitely won that battle. And then I really was not expecting a whole lot of feels from this film. But you get to the point where Max is screaming and screaming.
Max is like, he wants to play putt golf. And he does the thing what a 5-year-old does if they don't get what they want. I have a kid in my class that does that.
Screams? Oh god.
He screams. And he's one of the first graders.
Yeah, that's not gonna be tolerated.
And I was like, okay, look, Max, no, Max, I'm not going to talk to you if you're going to do that. And it's just like, and you could see Carolyn just trying so hard to be like.
That would have been my reaction. I was like,
I felt for Carolyn in that scene. I was like, girl, I feel ya.
I'm like, this is why I do not teach small children.
I know how you feel.
And you find out Felix has gotten away, and this scene was so heartfelt because he goes out in his Vader costume and is walking through everything to try to get to Uncle David, and he just has his little click. And he's like pew 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 pew, and I'm just like, oh no. I'm like, don't die. Seriously, if this kid dies right now, I'm going to be like emotionally unstable for the rest of the day. Also, did the kid use the Force?
I think he did because like there was nothing to push the gate.
Yeah, because it was like him, the little lamb, and I was like, no, do not like we have the kid, we have the lamb. Do not. Oh God, am I about to like experience?
And then he does the Vader Force thing, and the gate shuts.
It's like, okay,
I mean, if The Last Jedi taught us anything, there is a little force in everybody.
So he manages to get to the tractor because
Mhm.
he loves tractors. Proof that your weird knowledge in random things that no one else thinks is like has a point could save you from the zombie apocalypse.
Mhm.
His knowledge of tractors definitely saved them all.
Yep.
And it was just so cute because he's like, Uncle David, and then like David got to him. He's like, don't get out of character, and he's like, I saved you, David. And I was just like,
No, it's he goes, use the clutch. In his little kid voice, he's like, use the clutch. And then David's like, don't lose grip, use the clutch.
use the clutch. And they get all the kids out. They're going down the road, and Max gets to play putt-putt.
Max finally gets to play putt-putt golf
with zombies' heads.
with zombies' heads.
Oh,
I do want to go back a little bit. I do remember one of the little girls. I don't think it was Beth, but it was like one of the random little girls. She's like, I don't want to play this game anymore, Miss Carolyn. I don't understand it, and the zombies all look fake.
Yeah, the zombies look fake. I was like, oh god, you're too good.
And then so they basically just while Max is playing putt golf with the zombie heads,
they find out something about zombies.
We find something else about zombies is because Miss Caroline is playing her ukulele, trying to again make light of a situation and entertain the kids. While this is happening, and she's singing "The Wheels of the Bus Go Round and Round," and she's like, "Okay, well, what other song should we sing?" And then one of the kids is like, "When you're happy and you know it." So she's singing "When You're Happy and You Know It," clap your hands, and the zombies all just.
Oh my god, I love the fact that nursery rhymes call them zombies.
So we all know I'm a good person to have in your zombie apocalypse thing.
I think so. We were watching it with subtitles, and my favorite subtitle, which was when they were doing the song, was when it went. It said unintelligent zombie squawking.
When you're happy and you know it, shout hooray!
And so they finally get close to the line, and that's when you get the scene where they're like, shoot him. It's two people. It's a man and I loved that scene. There's one scene where he's like, it's a man and a woman with a star guitar. That's the ukulele, sir. Anyone in the military saying, sir, that's a ukulele, sir?
Good for you.
That line needed to be in the film. That line needed to be. And they get all the kids off, and all the kids are safe. And then they kiss.
Well, no, they have. You forgot one of my other favorite lines is because I wrote it down. It's the zombies. I think they're singing. Zombies don't sing.
And then it's like zombies singing.
It's like, I think I disagree, sir. The zombies are singing.
No, I'm pretty sure that's like Old McDonald. I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah, that's zombie for Old McDonald, sir. And the film ends with such like, I know I don't like bows normally, but it felt like a good gift wrap bow. Like it was so heartwarming.
Yeah.
Like all the kids are safe. David told his sister. I was just like Anna the Apocalypse was fun. It wasn't really heartwarming.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was a zombie Christmas musical, which I was like, okay, this is as far as I'm going. And Train to Busan was a zombie film that didn't make me cry my eyes out because it's very heartbreaking. But I never thought I would watch a film with zombies at the end. I was like, oh, that was so good.
My heart is sparkling.
Yeah, like
zombie film.
I feel great. Let's go plant flowers after this zombie film. But somehow, I felt this way. Don't know why. It was great. I think everybody was so committed to their characters. I think Josh Gad deserves so much love for this role. I'm sure he had a blast.
Yeah.
It was great. I freaking loved it. So Ashy, do you have anything to go into?
I have my Ashy Slushy's Freaky Fact Corner!
Complete with new signs.
Complete with new signs. Huh?
We came up with visual props.
All right, so for my Freaky Fact Corner, we have originally the producers couldn't get the rights to use Taylor Swift's "Shake It Off," as they were denied by the record label. Lupita is a big fan of the song and saw it as a pivotal moment in part of the screenplay, which led to her personally getting in touch with Swift to explain why the song had to be in the movie.
That's pretty badass.
And Taylor Swift was like, "Okay, now I understand. Here we go. Have the rights to my song."
Have fun.
The film is dedicated to Abe Forsyth's son, Spike, whose first day of school kindly inspired parts of the story.
What parts?
That's what I was like, are you not explaining these parts? Like, what parts are these?
Like, I know this is in Australia, but
well, because like, and another thing I read was that he was really like, he'd only raised him by himself, so by putting him into a daycare's like care, he was just really nervous and like, oh my god, what's like what is the worst thing?
Terror thoughts.
Yeah, like what is the worst thing that can happen to my child while they're at daycare?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Zombie apocalypse.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
okay. It was Josh Gad's idea to bite the nose of the zombie kid. And I love how you were drinking as I said that.
Josh Gad, I want to hug you after this and just be like, I don't know how accurate this is, but if you need help, I'm here for you.
And the kid whose nose he bit off of was Abe's son.
Oh, well, you know, at least Olaf bit your nose off.
I like warm hugs. I got my nose bit off.
And Frozen, he gives warm hugs. He bit my nose off.
Lupita actually learned how to play the ukulele for the movie.
Aww.
Again, goals. When asked what the most horrific part of the movie was for the director, he said it was more the horrific adult behavior. How do you deal with Olaf saying "shut the fuck up" and telling them Santa Claus isn't real and the Easter Bunny is not real?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like that stuff definitely was like. I think what was interesting was to see like the different sides to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miss Carolyn is this perfect kind of her, and then you find out like she was a stalker. She will stab somebody. She will. And she will take out a lot of zombies, like an indeterminate amount of zombies. And then you get David, who's kind of a mess up in the beginning. In the end, he's the one kind of like cheering up the kids and singing Neil Diamond.
Him singing Neil Diamond, but replacing it with Miss Caroline. I was like,
oh, that was so cute.
Oh.
But he's kind of the one that like takes him out of his like really really scared moment when all the kids are losing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see like Josh Gad's character go from being like ha 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 to like shotgunning hand sanitizer.
Well, he was even in the back. Yeah, I noticed that the second time I watched it, because the first time I watched it, I didn't realize that he was chugging hand sanitizer, and then
until like cleaning products and stuff like that, and it's chugging it.
Yeah, until like the second time I watched it this morning to refresh my memory, I was like, oh my god, he's drinking hand sanitizer. Yes. But even in the beginning, he still kind of has like that weird sleazeball of like.
Yeah, when he brings up Miss Carolyn,
because he's like, "Oh, you're really pretty." And like, look at your cute little dress, and I'm like, I'm being a sleazeball.
My first note is, oh god, is Josh Gad gonna be an asshole? I was like, wait, are we getting evil Josh Gad? Are we getting evil Olaf? It was everything I
Yes,
could have wanted.
you got evil Olaf. So that was the end of Ashy Slashy's Freaky Fact Corner.
You'll get more of those, we promise. All right. Let's go with our badass bitch moment.
Let's see. I think I would go with my badass bitch moment, probably being Miss Carolyn, like just her whole, like all of her moments really.
You have to pick one. You gotta pick one.
If I had to pick one, I think it would probably be her trying to get the kids in and away from the zombies.
The Congo line.
The Congo line. Because as like a kindergarten teacher, and her just oh, it's a game of tag. We're going to play tag with those people out there. Don't let them touch you. Here, let's do a Congo line. That whole making it a game for the kids, I thought was a very powerful kind of badass bitch moment.
Mine has to be her thing with Josh Gad when she's like, "I'm gonna go cuddle him." And she's that's stabbing into him, and she's like, "No, you're not gonna scare my kids. And if you scare my kids, I will feed you to the goddamn zombie. I will slit your throat if you do that." And I was just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. No, I think I take mine back, and I agree with you on that one.
It was such a turn. And I was just like, damn. All right, what is your rating out of those of you who listen to us or are now seeing us? We do it at 1 to 5.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna give this movie a 5.
All right.
Because it was fun, ridiculous. It's a fun, ridiculous camp movie that just kind of takes your mind off of being stuck at home.
It does. I definitely agree. I'm gonna give it 4.5 just because I have to reserve my 5s. But I loved it. Really, I was talking to Josh about it last night, and I'm like, "Hey, I need to watch this." He's like, "Oh, can you wait till tomorrow morning?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. We can have our coffee and watch the film in the morning, then I'll record with Ashy." And we were both just laughing. We were laughing. We had our hands to our chest when Felix was out in his little baby costume. We were like, we laughed at the same parts. It was really, really good. I was really impressed.
Yeah, so because the first time I saw this movie, I watched it alone on the couch.
Last week?
2 weeks ago. Yeah. And Chris, my husband, was working, so he was in the office working. And the second time I watched it was this morning, and he came out, and I was almost probably halfway through, and he came and sit down on the couch next to me, and he was on his phone, but every once in a while he kind of paid attention to the film and all the funny parts, so I would just hear him go I would just hear little chuckles every once in a while come from the other side of the couch.
The mini chuckles. It was very good. It was very funny. So this has been our first Zoom episode. For those of you who don't know, and I'm sure we mentioned this, I live in Los Angeles. Ashley lives in OC. We are both currently staying in quarantine. I'm sure if you've seen our Instagram, we have seen each other, but at a safe social distancing. I know this is a really, really hard time for a lot of people. So it's been hard for us, and Sirens is something we really love. And so actually next week we're going to release something for the first time publicly that we really, really love. You want to talk a little bit about that, Ashy?
So this was actually a short film that we, the Sirens of Horror, did. A lovely
original.
Yes, an original film, written and edited by the lovely Ella Ivella, who also starred in it. It also has me and a familiar face, Nina Macabre, as you guys remember her from season 1.
It's the original Siren trio. And of course, the always amazing Alex Cho is in it as well. It was amazing. So we will be releasing that week. Throughout the week, we'll be releasing behind the scenes photos. Next Tuesday, we'll actually be launching it You can find all of this digital content on both YouTube and our Patreon. Our Patreon has a bunch of really fun updates, stuff like that. If you want to check out our Patreon, you can also view it there. The week after that, we're actually going to be bringing back our old siren.
Mm-hmm. We are resurrecting her
from the bogs of Oregon. They have bogs in Oregon, right?
I think so. It makes sense. And you mentioned earlier, Ella, that it is a very hard time for us right now, and I feel like we should mention to people, if you're feeling lonely, if you feel like you need to reach out, feel free to call friends. If you feel the need to, if you feel depression coming on, feel free to reach out to people. Don't let it stay within you, because as people who, as two women who deal with depression on a regular basis, we know that talking to people is best. So please feel free to reach out to anyone you can.
And like during this time, it's so important to be kind to other people. So during this time, I'm sure you all remember the great M. Grimm on multiple episodes. She works at the Whole Foods, and we've gotten to kind of hear stories about really, really good people and really, really terrible people. So please, all of our listeners, let us be the good stories. Be one of the good ones we get to hear. Don't be one of the bad ones. Be kind. Stay safe. Social distance. I know it's tough, but thankfully we at least this ain't 1995. We got Amazon. We got Hulu. We can survive this. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm not quite sure how this is going to end up in editing. Never done this before, so please be kind. We know we both wanted to not only do something that we felt creative and passionate about, but we felt like we could do something to maybe put a smile on somebody's face, give them a giggle, give them a laugh, inform them about new good horror. So we wanted to do something we felt was positive. So try and do that every day. Try and do something, even if it's a little thing. Try and be positive and do something good for the world right now. And as always,
I mean, we can still do it because it's our tagline.
I'm like, oh no, of course I totally just skipped over Ashy being like, plug us, because I'm used to her like, this is so weird for me.
Yeah.
I'm so used to like, okay, and for like eye contact, but like my eyes are like roaming around the screen.
Wait, where's her eyes? Or her eyes?
And I have this big old cough box in my face, and I'm like,
yes, as always, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and of course our Patreon, where you will be able to see this, and our YouTube channel, where you'll not only be able to see this, but you will be able to see our short film.
We'll be out 1 week from today. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the dice and see how Ashy finishes this off. So,
What?
I don't know. I'm curious how you're gonna finish this off, because we ain't got no mics.
True. I guess we could say, I don't know. How do we?
Good, bad, we're the girls in quarantine. I don't know.
Sure, I like that.
Through.
I like it. We'll do that.
We never have like a solid ending to any of our podcasts, so we're keeping the Zoom call the same. For all of you, this is unedited, so if there are weird faces or weird moments, you're getting a kind of uncut version of us today. All right.
Good.
Bad.
We're the girls in quarantine.
All right. You will be able to check out our short film that'll be out next week. We'll be doing a bunch of BTS photos up the next 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks, you'll be able to catch the original 3 Sirens. All right. How do I stop this? Welcome to life. I'm just gonna keep talking. How do I end it?